Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, no fancy tech, just a group of women playing an all-original game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Jeff, your game master, and here's what happened last time. The four stopped over briefly at Dune Shadow Estate in Aribell, and while they were there, they brought both Captain Warbender and Viessa current on Belinamard and the assassination of the Hand of Tiraura. Viessa alerted the four that rumors of their demise had spread throughout Aribell and perhaps further. She then concocted a plan to dispel the rumor while the four head back to the Faelifiri Sanctum. Zorith traveled back by herself to the Tower of Azinor to drop off the mushrooms they harvested in the Thwilnu tunnels, and ended up having a rather heartfelt discussion with a still recovering Vines. That night, Aribell received a divine visitation and an offer that would change her life and the lives of her companions. The next morning, Aribell informed her allies, including Mother Tasha, of her new standing within the Church of Tiraura, all before they prepared to head back to the Sanctum. And that is where we pick up. Pam, you are muted.
Sorry. Check your bingo card. Before we leave, I find Tosk and hand him an envelope and ask if he could arrange to have that delivered to my parents' estate.
Of course. I will send Girta immediately.
Thank you. I want to make sure they know I'm not dead.
All right. So, how are you getting back to the Sanctum?
Zori or Athgar?
Are we ready? Is that something we're ready to do?
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
Yep. Anxious to get back to Belinamard.
I can do it as a ritual, right?
I don't know, can you?
Isn't that...
Circle, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I can do it as a ritual.
I cannot.
Teleportation circle. Where does it tell you if it's...
I'll have a little book next to it, I think, on your spell list.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Nope.
It just takes a while to cast.
Yeah.
Nope. The,
No, 1 minute and 10 feet.
Oh.
Well, it takes a minute. It takes a minute to draw the circle.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I don't know why I was thinking it took 10 minutes.
No.
Well, because...
No, it just takes a minute.
Yeah. But that's 10 rounds. So,
Okay.
The idea that we would have to wait around for me to draw a circle rounds-wise.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep. I think so.
I cast teleportation circle, and we all step in it.
All right. There is the feeling of being, once you step into the glowing pillar at the center of the circle, the feeling of being flung, and you appear once more in the basement of the Citadel of Light at the center of the Faelifiri Sanctum. This time, when you appear and the light fades, you immediately hear people upstairs on the main floor.
Oh, upstairs.
There are students from all four faiths who are assembling the stage and making certain that all of the seats are cleared off and functioning. It looks like they're preparing for some sort of sanctum-wide meeting.
Not the funeral, doesn't look like.
No, meeting's
It's
over.
too early.
Right? Oh, I mean, funeral's over, right?
No.
No, it had just happened yesterday, right?
Oh, is this more of a wake than an...
Well,
Oh.
he was, Sir Blazingcloak was laid out in the Heart Temple, and they were administering rites there.
Oh, okay.
This
So,
is something different.
Stop one of the students. Excuse me.
Yes?
What are you setting up for?
Oh, the High Curate has called an assembly for everyone.
Do you know why?
I don't. I know it's something bad, but I don't know what.
Uh-oh.
None of us do. You can see that this person is actually wearing the robes of the Dressfiend Church.
What time is the assembly?
Noon.
Thank you.
That's why we're working to get everything set up. We have to get everything, like all the furniture and other things like that set up before 10, because then we have to get out, and then the more powerful folks are coming in to continue setting stuff up. That's what we know.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Goes back to carting chairs.
I guess we should head to Erelo and see what we can find out.
Yep, I'm totally on that.
Same.
Following.
I think you guys don't have to wait this time.
Don't have to wait for what?
Like last time I wanted to talk to her by myself because of
Got
her.
it.
But I think we can all go in.
You,
especially if we're
you want some backup? Okay.
I got you back.
No spilling the beans. I gotta she was not in a good place yesterday. So.
I don't. She's gonna be in a better place today, but
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. She
Well,
may
she
not be in a
seems-
better place.
She was better when I left than when I arrived.
well,
Right.
that's true.
So let's see if she's in her office.
Okay. The
Is-
Heart Temple is about as busy as you've ever seen it. Lots of people rushing to and fro. The main sanctuary, the doors are closed. Everyone
Okay.
seems to be moving with purpose. When you get to Ser Erelo's office, the door is ajar, but not open.
I knock.
Yes! What?
It's Aribell. Can I come in?
There's a couple seconds go by, and then the door opens, and you see Ser Erelo standing there, and as she opens the door and looks you in the eye, the tears begin running down her face. And then she just reaches out and hugs you.
Do you already know?
And I couldn't be happier.
Tell me that's not what all this fuss is.
Oh, no. No,
Okay.
your elevation is known to exactly 3 people. And that's it.
Okay.
No, the High Curate wishes to inform the Sanctum officially of what happened to Sir Blazingcloak.
You think we should be there?
Absolutely. If your schedule permits. The identity of the Hand or similar positions in other faiths is one of the most closely guarded secrets.
Okay, good. So who knows?
I know. Father Dilbus knows. And the Light of Tiraura knows.
That's the head of the order, right?
Yes.
Okay. My companions obviously know because I could be called away.
Appropriate. They have demonstrated many times their trustworthiness. So I do not doubt your decision to bring them into your confidence. I actually received a visitation from the lady herself to explain to me why you were chosen. And now I understand. You are much more likely to find these monsters and stop them than I would be. And they must be stopped. And if the lady believes you and your companions are the instruments of that ending, who am I to question? Again, you and your companions have proven your dedication to the land. You have proven your dedication to the lady. And I was told that I was needed here.
That is what she told me as well, that you were where you needed to be.
It is... It is bordering on prideful, but it is so nice to know that one has done one's best and that has been enough. You hope, but I know now. And so, I am happy it is you. I also take it as a personal acclamation that the student I trained has been chosen for this. So, permit an old woman a bit of pride.
You're not old.
I feel it more with every passing day. Let's just leave it at that.
You were the perfect teacher for what I needed and for where I was at the beginning of this journey.
And look how far you've come. I will say, however, that I doubt that I will be of much use to you as a trainer going forward. But should you need my counsel, my assistance, I'm always here.
I appreciate that. On a related note, Chora gave me the wisdom and ability to take care of the situation in Malinomar. So we will not need further assistance to unenthrall the city.
Athgard quietly clears his throat. Pardon me. We were, however, discussing that counselors might be needed.
Oh, yes.
All of the processing that we have done has been one person with us as a support system for them to come into their own memories and understanding, and we're about to do a lot at once. A lot of people.
I have heard the tales of the trauma experienced by those beings so healed.
So, if there, obviously it's a busy day today, but if there are some that could be brought with us to help with the healing process.
Obviously, you will have to speak with the light, but so that I may support your request, how many individuals are you thinking of, and is this something that we could send both instructors and students to assist with?
Yes, and it would probably be very hands-on, practical learning for the students. How many clans? Well, there's 5,000 people in Valinamar that are enthralled.
Is that all?
Pretty sure there's 5 clans, in fact.
Yes, after
Maybe
the
4.
dragon attack, that's all that's left.
My goodness.
So we were planning on having each of the clan leaders call a clan assembly so that they have that. So we would need people at each of the clans.
That seems wise. Take advantage of the built-in support system of the clan structure.
Beowulf, Goat, and Otter. Yes. 4. Unless I'm missing one. I don't think so. Beowulf, Goat, and Otter.
And of course, Chilia is there.
Has she been brought back to full consciousness?
Yes, after she brought me the news of Sir Blazingcloak, I was able to free her mind. She has locked herself in the temple to stay safe and to pray.
Then let us hope that the lady's blessings will help her adjust to the reality of what has happened.
She seemed on the road to that before we left.
She is a strong personality. This is why she was assigned to a barbarian city. No offense, Lord Athgar. None taken. It is similar in some ways, but remarkably different in others from Thunder's Edge.
Well, we have, what time is it?
Probably about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Maybe a little after 9 o'clock in the morning.
And the thing's not till noon?
Correct.
Always so much downtime. should we? What other things do we need to do? Do we have anything else we need to do? Oh, you might want to go talk to Dilbus.
They have a little bit probably before they have to report. I'm sure they're part of the bigwigs that have to be there at 10.
Yes, formal robes. One part of this position I'm not fond of. They're very warm, especially over the ceremonial armor. And for such a big space, it always surprises me how stuffy the Citadel can get.
Is there, I mean, obviously I just was blessed with my weapon, but are there any, I mean, does the Order have any armor or anything?
Usually, when the hand moves on, their gear is passed down to the next chosen. Unfortunately, Sir Blazingcloak's body was stripped.
So someone else is
Yes.
here.
We assume the assassins who killed him.
I have seen him, right?
From a distance.
Okay.
Well,
Are there any paintings of him in his armor?
that's a good question. Would you like high or low?
Aye.
Sadly, there are not.
So how far is at a distance that I've seen him?
You've seen him on the dais at the Citadel of Light, but you were many rows back from the center.
Okay. So I've never been within 30 feet of him?
No.
Are there any artists here that might be familiar with his armor that could detail them?
Any past hands that have been recreated in paintings?
Its armor's been passed down.
Yeah.
High or low?
Nikki, you asked.
Oh, don't make it me.
Yeah, it's you.
Hold on. Hi.
Not officially. But I believe that the High Curate has a painting of Sir Blazingcloak's predecessor that she commissioned privately.
I sense some tea. Aribell doesn't say that.
I smell the tea. Are you kidding? It's hot.
Perhaps a boudoir portrait.
I'm just wondering.
He wouldn't have his armor on then.
Yeah,
Well, that's true.
So with locate object, it says I have to have seen it up close.
Yep.
Would a painting work for that?
No.
Okay.
You would then be able to locate the painting.
But not the.
Correct.
Rats.
Okay. Well, it might not work anyway. What kind of armor is it?
To be honest, I'm not entirely certain.
Oh. It's some Tiraura magic armor, huh?
For safety's sake, the specifics of the kit of the hand have only been known to the hand, the light, and the High Curate.
You said we needed to speak to the light about the students, so
Yes.
if I have the opportunity to talk to her privately, I'm just, even if I can't locate it when not seeing it, there might be something of a particular kind that would let me at least narrow it down.
Did those that attacked him leave any evidence behind? The smallest piece of hair or fabric might be enough.
None that we have been able to locate.
Well, we'll head there. I guess we could do that while we wait for noon. If we teleported, we could get to Costead.
Did you want to talk to Dilbus?
Maybe after they're getting ready for a lot of things. Where in Costead did it happen?
I am not entirely certain. I have not myself been there. I know it was in town, but somewhere slightly off the beaten path.
I think Zori and I are most familiar with Costead, so, and have some contacts there. We might be able to find out some information.
It's possible.
All right. I know you have lots to prepare.
I do. But afterwards, if you wish to talk again, I'll be here.
Did you want to go to Costead's right now?
I mean, we have like 3 hours. Do we want to do it now or later?
We do have some time.
If there's a chance we can find out their location, it would be better to know sooner than later.
Right.
Fine, let's go. What?
You don't want the path to get cold.
Exactly.
No, you just how excited you were. Fine, let's go.
want to utilize Gwen's skills while we can.
Absolutely.
Tasha had dreams of drinking tea and eating muffins, but whatever.
No rest
We
for us
always have
wicked.
time for that.
No rest for the wicked. Thunder's Edge, Aramar, Costa's Wave.
If you want to have tea and muffins, we'll be back in 3 hours.
As
Correct.
if I'm letting you people go off to Costa's Way to search out a, deadly assassins by yourself, for freak's
We
sake.
only know the general store owner, the Alchemist Alchemy Tea owner, and these are just not like personas with us, but like people we've talked to. The blacksmith from Minotaur's Gauntlet and the person who runs the Platinum Hammer, which we don't know about anyway.
And the tavern or the bar,
Yes.
that was like one of our, like the very first time that Zori, Aribell, and Araman went to Costead's. Like he was a friend, because Araman spent a lot of time in Costead's when Zori
Yes.
was at the tavern.
Aleon Perowin, Araman's Patreon in the Thieves Guild,
Patron.
and Roderick,
Roderick, I remember that name.
previous owner of the tavern, now is the waitress. There's a new owner of the tavern, and it is, okay, we've got Eva Fawcett from the Obsidian Wand. We've got Caliban Wild Wonder from the Kisva Shrine. And Duncan is the new owner of the tavern, with Nonami.
Duncan, yeah. Yeah, so we know people. The other thing I was thinking is we know that Biessa's got people here. If we message her and ask who we could talk to, they might actually have better info.
Can't believe I actually have that information.
I think we have talked to the Biessa's contact in Costead's when we were investigating the Platinum Hammer, right?
That would be Araman's person.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, Araman's patron,
Mhm.
not Patreon. My mistake.
But you can find us on. No, sorry.
What?
I was gonna make a Patreon joke. But...
Well, you can find us on Patreon.
Yeah, so maybe that's who we go find.
It sounds good.
All right. Well,
I
teleport us to. Let me see here. Teleport. Oh, can't go can't go to the circle. But we'll come back to the circle. Okay. So I am teleporting. To, let me think of Costa's Wave right now. Perhaps the dock. That's where maybe. Hold please. Let me think if I can remember. I'm pulling up the atlas so that I remember Costa's Wave.
I was trying to remember if Gwen and Athgar had been to Costead's Wave, and then I remembered that's where Athgar almost died. Well, kind of died briefly.
Right.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
It was.
Okay, so Costa's Wave. I'm getting there. Oh, I thought we had maps of it. Shoot.
It's on page 27.
There it is. I hadn't gone up far enough. Oh, Credox. What is number 10? The Rusty Nail. Is that the tavern?
No, Tavern's
No, the
number
tavern is number 1. It's called The Tavern.
Oh. You expect me to know how to read this? Jeez. Shop for fishermen and mariners. A front for the Thieves Guild.
Yeah. The tavern or the Rusty Nail?
The Rusty Nail. While we could go there first, we really don't have that much of an inn.
Not without your brother.
Correct.
So we should probably start with Duncan and look for his, or go to the tavern and look for, what's his name? Ilion? Is that what it was?
Sounds good.
We're looking for his Aelion Fairwin, Harriman's patron. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to, if I look at the thing and there's a tavern, I'm going to take us on the north side of the tavern, like right behind it.
All right. Well, go ahead and
It's the backside
roll
of the
percentile.
tavern. Ooh, 62.
There is the sense of implosion and explosion once again, and you find yourself standing behind the tavern in Costead's Wave.
Lovely. So
We made
we're
it.
going to, yeah, head on into the tavern, I guess.
And someday it will catch up.
I like catching.
I like ketchup.
There we go.
Ketchup is good. Much better than mayo.
I like both.
Meh.
No mustard.
It is a somewhat overcast day. Not raining, but cloudy. Relatively cool, but not cold. Temperature's probably in the low 50s Fahrenheit.
Oh, because it's spring.
A bit of a wind coming off the lake. Sounds like the village is mostly awake.
Shall we go see Duncan? Oh, it's like 10ish.
Yeah.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. Off to the side, another dirt road through the village. There are some people who, having seen you just appear, have stopped and are kind of staring.
No, I made it. I want it in the back.
Yes, there is a road that elves right by the back.
Well, I was wanting on the left end, but I guess we could go closer to the road, I suppose.
No.
but
There is a. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong building. Ha!
You sure
Hold
are.
on.
You sure
Okay.
are. To the left of the one.
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
That
there's
back left corner.
there's a couple people who are walking down that road and happen to look over and they're like, why is there a group of people standing in the alley? And they just kind of look at each other and keep walking.
That's right. Keep stepping. Well,
We go into the tavern looking for
Mhm.
them.
Okay. The door is locked.
yeah, they're not open yet. It's too early. I knock.
I can try and locate Elion since we have met him when we were here.
All right.
Sure could, yeah. And then maybe walk over to the Rusty Nail, I guess. Or wherever.
I will cast locate creature and try and find Elion. If he's within 1,000 feet, hopefully I will find him. Unless he's
Not within 1,000 feet.
As you cast the spell, your awareness expands, and you feel it take in pretty much all of Costead's wave. But who you are attempting to sense does not appear to be within the range of your spell.
Rude.
Or he's got one of our handy-dandy amulets on. If I was a beefy kind of person, I might.
There's no answer to your knock.
Yeah, I figured that.
Well,
It was worth a shot.
Send him a message.
I don't know if she actually knows. I
I've-
guess I could.
I've met him, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want me to
Duncan
say?
or Aelion?
Duncan.
Duncan.
What do you want me to say?
Tell him Zorith is it, and the 4 are at the door, and could he let us in?
Duncan. It's Tasha. Zorith and the 4 are at the tavern's front door. That rhymes.
The 4 are at the door.
Can you let us in? You can reply to this message.
There's a pause. And then you get a very strange reply.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's still sleeping.
Then in a minute.
He's still sleeping. It seems unlikely that he's actually coherent enough to have understood my message. Maybe when he wakes up later.
You couldn't make out any of his words?
It was like that.
You could make out
In a minute is what I heard, but I didn't hear it. So.
I mean, I'm not sure he is actually. I mean, like, I tell my mom, yeah, just a minute too. You know, like the things you say when you're not awake. Like, sure, 1 more minute, Mom.
We can give him a minute, and then Sori can pick the lock. Genocide, lock pickings, breaking and entering. Man, you guys have rubbed off on me.
I know.
I can.
All right, fine.
Patricide more than genocide.
We give him 5 minutes, and then Sori picks the lock.
Athgar pounds on the door, not knocking, but this shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, then.
Nothing.
Yep. Still sleeping. Sound
How many
sleeper.
people are on the road?
A few. You are definitely getting some stares. 'Cause, you know, you look all professional adventure-y. And, you know, these are washerwomen and fishermen and
Normal folk.
yes.
I will just... Hey, who's got invisibility?
I was just looking into that.
I can cast it.
Okay.
Cast it on me for Hotman. Somebody, either one.
I cast it.
Okay.
You have it too?
Yeah.
On your loot, right?
Yeah, so I
I
played the
have
song.
I have it as a spell.
Yeah.
Let me cast it.
Keep your loot stuff. Keep your loot stuff.
So I cast it, and Zorith disappears.
I giggle, and then I turn around, get down on my knees, and just start picking block.
You will be at disadvantage because you can't see your hands, you can't see your tools.
That's weird. You got to do it by feel.
Yep.
I mean, that's the whole point of these tools. You should do it by feel because you can't look at the lock anyway. But all right. Okay,
I put my hand on her shoulder and give her
Ooh.
guidance.
there you go.
After groping around for a hot second.
Yeah.
Right, oh, there.
Yeah.
Just so we're aware, I have greater invisibility too, and that's not a lute song.
Okay.
Just say.
Sorry about grabbing your butt.
I snicker.
So
I
remember, add a d4 to whatever you've rolled,
right on.
because she just gave you guidance.
Those are
I know what
D4s.
Aribell's butt grab means.
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled an 11 and a 12. So 11 plus 9 is 20. Dirty plus 2 is 22.
Easily.
Yeah.
Click.
I open it a tiny bit. I look around.
Make a perception check.
Ooh. 25. Can't get better than that.
You hear nothing coming from inside.
And I look outside.
There
Yeah.
are people on the road, but no, not directly near you.
Psst, psst. And I open the door.
You all see the door swing open.
We
Is
go
the door
in.
going out or a door going in?
The door opens inward.
Oh, excellent.
We go in.
All right. It is.
I relock the door.
Oh, okay. It is dark. All the shutters are closed. There's nothing lit, so it's significantly dark. The only light is the sort of cloudy light from outside that's coming in around the edges of the shutters.
I have a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being our relationship with Alora, how well do we know Duncan?
You 5. Everybody else 2.
Yeah, mostly
Let
you.
us stay in his attic.
Yep.
Right. I just wanted to make sure.
You remember he knew you as Aramin's sister. And everybody else was your companions.
Yeah, sure.
What was where was Aramin's number on there?
8.
Okay. Be fine.
I use my tinderbox to light a torch. And well, I'm looking to see if there's a candle or anything I can find.
Well, yeah, there are candles on the tables. There are oil lamps in sconces around the room on the walls.
Well,
Regular
I'll start with a candle and a wall sconce,
Okay.
so that we can see what we're doing.
Okay. All right. You now have about 25 feet illumination right around the front door.
And what do we
Well-
see? Anything in particular?
Tables, chairs, a bar,
The usual.
shelves with bottles of alcohol.
I think now would be a good time to see if he's in here. But maybe that's a job for
Zori.
you.
Can I invisible myself? Or does she have to do it?
Well, you
Or he
you
did.
didn't do anything to make yourself uninvisible. You didn't attack. That's what cancels invisibility. So you're still invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably wait until that wears off.
You didn't hear me because I was muted.
What did you say? I have an idea on my own, but it would not help our cause.
Punch Aribell for grabbing your butt.
What?
Punch Aribell for grabbing your butt.
Oh, well, part of me was thinking I could go into Duncan's room and push him out of bed and be like, the four
it just
are
fell
here.
out.
The four are here with, and you need to give them information.
Nice.
But I'm not going to do that because...
Good plan.
You can't like just shake it off.
What?
It's not at will.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I can end it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That would be nice.
Okay, I'll cancel the spell.
She's no longer willing.
That is important.
Is the place that we stayed in his attic, was that his room or was that a different extra room? Oh, it was like a banquet hall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we've been in here, do I have an idea of where his place would be? Is he even, like, does he live in this? Do I even know?
You do not.
Son of a biscuit. I'm going to take a little trip around looking to see if I can find his door so that I may knock on it.
Okay. There are two doors apart from the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is what appears to be a back door out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a set of double doors on one end of the room.
I don't feel like that's his.
And
shit.
there is a staircase
Hmm.
that leads up to the second floor.
I'm gonna quietly open the double doors and peek my head through.
Are there rooms here? Is this an inn or just a tavern?
It's just a tavern.
Okay.
It's the
we
kitchen.
were lucky with that banquet hall. It's the kitchen. Okay,
Yeah.
I would have known that. I should have known that. So I am going to go up the stairs.
All right. Please, if you would, roll stealth.
It's not very good. Oh, my stealth is not bad. Hey, it's a 19.
Hey.
I rolled a 10. I wasn't expecting a
Fortunately,
lot.
The stairs do not creak loudly.
Yay.
Now, if you would, please roll perception.
Oh, perception. 10 plus perception. 16.
About halfway up, a sound begins to become noticeable.
Snoring.
Snoring.
I listen and snoring. I'm gonna head that way.
Do you have disguise self?
I do not.
As the second floor becomes visible, off to the side, probably over the kitchen, there is a curtain that is obscuring an area, and the snoring is coming from behind that curtain.
I knock on the wall, like I get like kind of close, but I knock on the wall pretty close to him. And say his name. Duncan!
No. I'll have that ready for you shortly. No, don't. Hello.
I'm super sorry.
What are you doing here?
It's
Who is
Zorith.
this?
It's Zorith, Aramin's sister. And
Oh,
we, the four, are downstairs, and we super kind of need your help.
oof. Did I forget to lock the door again?
You did not. We happened to teleport in. No, I'm sorry. I picked it.
Oof.
But it's sort of important.
All right. I'll be down in a few minutes.
Can I make you some coffee or something?
Okay.
Okay.
He said that.
Sorry. And I walk back downstairs and I go in the kitchen and I start making some coffee.
Okay.
While she's gone,
Huh?
I say to Gwen, I'm kind of confused about something that Erelo said back when we were at the Sanctum.
What?
That like who the hand is like super top secret. So how does everyone know that the hand is dead?
I have no idea. Maybe they revealed it. Maybe they just knew that he died, and then they revealed who he was after. Although, if it's super top secret and they reveal it afterward, then everybody would know what the hand's armor looked like.
Right, or maybe everybody just knows he was a top paladin and only a few of us got told the hand was dead, but
Right.
How would that lady in particular know?
whoever sent Shalia the message,
Yeah.
unless they
Yeah.
told her so that she could tell me, I don't know.
Specifically, maybe.
Well, maybe
I'm
that
not
would
there,
be a good
Yeah,
question. We should probably find that out before we...
All right, because I told people that the hand was dead, so
Right?
I didn't know it was a
So
secret.
maybe we
I
should...
feel like I would have known it was a secret if it was supposed to be a secret. So
Right. But we could ask, send her a message and ask about it.
yeah, we're gonna talk to her after. I'll just, or maybe if no one really knows what it is, maybe it changes appearance or something
Could be.
based on the hand. That would be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, Aribell totally says super cool. Sorry, that was that would be very
Extraordinary.
interesting. Extraordinary. There we go.
It takes about close to 10 minutes.
I'm also going to try to find some kind of noshi thing for everybody because we haven't had breakfast either.
Right?
We ate
So
when we
I'm gonna-
talked to Mother Tassa, right? In the
Oh, we
you
did
had
have
breakfast.
Yeah, we had breakfast.
we had it in the mansion.
Yep.
Waffles.
Waffles, yes.
Waffles.
There were waffles.
Tomorrow we're having waffles.
Zora, you might have been too shocked to eat.
Hey,
That
Scott-
would never happen.
Hey, Scotty, man, you want some waffles?
When she's shocked, she eats more. Zori.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zori likes her waffles.
You hear thudding footsteps, and you see a rather disheveled-looking Duncan coming down the stairs, stretching.
I have a carafe and a thing of nosh, whatever, muffin thing, type thing. A carafe, a cup, and a nosh. Sorry.
Well, I am assuming that this is as important as you say it is, but it is very early. I'm usually not awake for another couple hours or so. But I appreciate the coffee.
I don't know that would.
He
would
kind
less-
of walks over and collapses at a table near the bar. Takes the cup, drinks about half of it. Hot.
All right, I am starting to get the brain working.
I hand him a little acorny thing.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
A Zek thing. Doesn't that help?
yeah.
A little wake up potion that Zek makes?
Gives you energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here, drink this.
What is it, a nut cocktail?
I giggle.
This is...
You should put that on your menu.
it's cute.
Just drink it.
He drinks it and makes a face. He's like, "Ugh, it is cute, but it tastes like mushroom." Ugh. Oh, hello.
Best
Yeah,
cure for a
it
hangover
works. It
or
works.
lack of sleep.
Apparently. Holy shit. I don't remember when I've been this awake.
Probably not for a long time. You really late hours.
Yes. Okay, so I am fully awake now. First of all, Zorit, it is nice to see you. It would have been nice to see you later, but it is still nice to see you.
I make introductions.
Ah, yes. I remembered the Lady Aribell, and I remembered Tasha, and the Gwenlaren, and oh shit!
And
Oh,
he like
shit?
leaps to his feet and bows to Athgar.
He's not that kind of prince. It's okay.
And Athgar's like, "Oh, please don't sit. I'm just a friend of the four. That's all."
All right, if you insist. And no, I don't think I know you.
Oh, well, that's because I've never been here before. But my name is Bo. My spells are at your service, sir.
Oh, a spellcaster. Well, don't throw anything to fire in here. I don't want to rebuild this place a third time.
Fair.
Sorry, do you want to tell him who we're looking for? Or do you want me to talk through what we need?
I will talk you through what you need. I will let you share as much as you want to.
So, how can I help the four? Although there are 6 of you.
Long story.
It's an unofficial number.
Math
Okay.
isn't our strong suit.
Clearly.
There was someone killed yesterday in town. Did you
Here?
hear about that?
No. And usually I do hear these things.
We're trying to find
who
out.
was
some
killed?
information. A paladin of Tiraura.
Oh no.
Oh no?
It wasn't Dendo, was it?
It was, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
Shit.
You knew him?
He came in here from time to time. He would ask questions. If I knew the answer, I would usually tell him. He was a good man. Well, a good dwarf. He
Was
was a
he
good
here
person.
recently?
I saw him night before last.
Did he ask you any questions?
He wanted to know if I had seen anyone around who looked like they didn't belong here. And I told him that that is a very hard question to ask because half the people who come in here I don't like very much. But as far as people that I didn't know, no, I have not seen anyone like that. We've had... it is still early in the season. We don't have a lot of travelers coming through. The roads are still muddy. So not a lot of traders coming through. No, the caravans have not started up yet. I have not seen the Cisaran yet this season. So I told him no, I had not seen anyone. He said that he had seen someone, or thought he saw someone.
Hmm.
And then he left.
Yes.
Thought he saw someone do what?
He thought he saw... He said he saw someone who looked like a living shadow. That was how he described it. Basically, it was a person, but it was a person all in black, including black skin. Like, not like the... I asked because I wondered, not like the dark skin you get from working on a fishing boat, or from the people who live down in Sandy Cove or Thunder's Edge, but the black, like night sky black.
Do we, as a country, have knowledge of droughts? Or is he just talking about someone super, super tan?
He's saying, like, black as the night sky.
Like shadow.
To your knowledge, there is no race or variant of a race that has skin that dark.
Have we encountered any of the, like, does that fit with any of the Jagravan and like assassins and stuff we've seen?
Make a history check.
Uh, 22.
After thinking for a good long minute, nothing that matches this description comes to mind.
But it seems very Jagravan-y.
I mean, it could.
Well, I mean, we know he was killed by thinking that, not saying it out loud.
Okay.
Okay. We were also looking for, how do you say it? Alien?
Alian.
Alien.
I have not seen Alian in many weeks. He told me that he was being sent out of town.
Do you know someone with similar knowledge and skills to him that we could seek out?
Without my brother, I really don't feel confident going to the Thieves Guild to just chat up someone.
There is no one that I can point you to safely.
Great. I have an idea, though.
Maybe we should call our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Aribell.
Mm-hmm.
A voice rings out in your head. Hello? I'm sending a message for Viessa.
Oh, boy.
There's something I'm supposed to deliver to you, but I don't know where you are. I tried to find you, and I can't. So, if you tell me, I'll bring it. You can reply.
And we were probably, like, not out loud, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're at the Tavern in Costead's Wave.
But, I mean, like, but you would know that I can go pick something up if I need to, right? Like, I would imagine that you would say that if I need to, right? Never mind.
He said he's trying to find us. Oh, I have
Yeah.
a couple words left. Are you close by? But he'd have to cast again to answer me. There may be a visitor. We'll see.
You mean more than you?
Yep.
I
We'll see.
know that you are sister and friends of Ermin, but I am not opening until noon.
I understand.
That is fine.
But we would go outside.
There's a knock at the front door.
I go get
Can I go get it? I asked Duncan. I think that's for me. Is that okay? I'll go outside.
Tasha's already headed for the door. Whatever.
I go over. I'm expecting someone.
He's probably just like,
Why
go
don't we-
ahead.
Somebody
You
give
broke
me some gold, by the way.
You woke me up. You made me coffee.
So the door's locked.
Unlock it.
Right?
We're smart.
Do you open it?
Yes, but I have my hand on I take my sword out and kind of hold it to
Okay.
the side.
Okay. Standing in the doorway is a rather disheveled looking individual, thinning hair, scraggly beard, wearing a not terribly clean robe.
Mm.
Are you Aribell?
Yes.
Here. And he holds out a scroll.
Thank you.
No problem. He turns, waves
Oh,
his hands, mutters a few words, and poof.
Guess I don't need to tip him. Close the door. I always feel like you should tip the delivery person. I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, it should be. Tip your driver.
Okay.
Scroll. Viesa sent him.
Well,
Oh, well, then I am glad that you opened the door. That is not someone I want to cross.
smart.
That's why we were looking. Alien, but we're associates of hers from time to time.
We've met.
We kind of know a lot of people. We've been around.
We're kind of a big deal.
I opened the scroll. Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
this relates to what happened to Dendo?
Yes. It says, I just wanted to read through and make sure I wasn't giving out anything that would freak out Duncan. So, all were dressed in black clothing and armor with darkened weapons and blackened skin. 2 wore heavy armor, carried 2-handed weapons. 2 were armored with maces and shields. 2 were cloaked and robed with no visible weapons. There was at least 1 archer as the attack began with a bow shot from somewhere nearby, and I suspect some sort of lookout as well. The attack was coordinated, including physical and magical, and came down on the knight like a certainty all at once. Afterwards, they stripped the body and vanished with his kit.
If there was an archer, were there arrows left behind?
I bet not.
Worth asking.
I bet they cleaned up their brass, as it were.
If we could figure out. I wish she told us where it happened.
I was just gonna say we don't know in this town where it happened, but
You know, it was, from what I understand, it was off the beaten path, but I mean, that could be anywhere. My
right.
tribes were near here.
I mean, we
I
don't
wonder-
know we don't know a sheriff or anything like that. We don't know anybody in this town.
Well, I would think that it was probably not well publicized.
Probably not. Especially if Duncan doesn't know. That's true.
Yeah. Duncan, we are very sorry for getting you out of bed so early.
Well, I don't think I'm going back to sleep anytime soon.
Maybe you have a good breakfast for once, because you typically stumble out of bed to open. I reach in my...
This that you just read, this note, this is what happened to Dendo?
Yes.
Yes.
This is terrifying. What kind of creature has black skin?
Evil ones.
That is something that we don't have the answer to yet.
We will try and figure it out. I reach in my little pouch and pull out a coin and give it to him.
Thank you, but this is not necessary. If you are here to find out who did this terrible thing to my friend.
It's a shiny platinum piece. You might want to keep it.
Oh, I'll keep it, but I'm saying it's not necessary.
I know, but
I'm polite, I'm not stupid.
Okay. Well, I mean, we did break into your home, and that's not something that we need to do.
It is nothing beyond what I would expect from someone related to Airman.
Yeah, but I am a paladin. It feels a little...
Well, it is unusual to have a paladin break and enter, but times are changing, so
I
what
was
do
the
I know?
breaking. I was the breaking. She was the entering.
That was the abetting, yeah. I mean...
Yes, aiding and abetting. Mm-hmm.
We will do our best to track down... Well, that is what we are going to do. And vengeance will be.
So, besides this, have you heard anything lately about what's the news in town? What's the latest scuttlebutt?
Well, just the same thing that we've been hearing for quite some time. The Platinum
About the
Hammer
hammer?
is attempting to buy up every business in town. So far, no one wants to sell. It is not making them very happy. There was the big explosion a few months back.
Do we know about that? I mean
Yeah, we heard it.
Viesa, you were on the Sanctum. You
I
were at the
remember
Sanctum
that.
when it happened,
And then
then
Viesa
Viesa
told us
told
about it,
you
right.
the bare bones of what happened.
So I will try to get more information from him. We are interested in that big explosion information.
Oh, well, there was a warehouse out on the edge of town, and it went boom. And to my knowledge, everybody who was inside was made very dead.
Were there many people inside?
I'm trying to remember what they said. They were covered. Not quite a dozen bodies, less than a dozen, but more than half a dozen. I don't remember exactly.
Isn't that what we had come to investigate? And that's... We'd found that other thing, and we found that warehouse, and they attacked those people, and then that's when Athgar got killed, right?
No.
Was that all related to the explosion?
Nope.
No.
That was a different warehouse. The explosion was a one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
Some characters
Oh.
who played once.
Yep.
That did not turn out very well for Joe.
Some people were very upset.
Some people were extremely upset.
I think I might vaguely remember this story.
Oh, good.
I don't think I was there. I just remember
You were
hearing about it
not.
after. Yes.
There was fallout.
Sometimes being a game master is tough.
Well, okay, yeah.
Well, moving on.
We don't need
Yeah.
to.
We don't need to rehash this.
Amicably.
We'll make that off-air conversation.
If you'd
Right.
like to hear, subscribe to our Patreon channel.
Exactly.
Where we also won't tell you. No, actually, the one shot is on our Patreon page. So.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say,
so
and
it,
if you want to see certain of us become very animated,
Incensed.
irritated.
I need to watch this. I think I'll
Incensed is a good word.
Yes, I know. It was targeted at me. I'm very well aware of what a good word for it was.
Oh,
And then by proxy me a little bit.
Mhm.
all right.
Okay,
So,
anyhow.
I think there's a place I want to check out.
Where?
Wasn't it here?
Oh, the place where we actually looked at and Athgar died. Is that what you're saying? Because wasn't that a...
No, wasn't it? It's not too far from here where I had my trials. Off the beaten
Oh.
path.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was out east of town.
Forgot about that.
Was this the place where Athgar died? Somewhere in town.
I don't recall.
He was in a
exactly where
it was in a warehouse because there was a wall that went up and we couldn't get over it.
Yeah, I don't think that was it.
Where I was out in like a field.
Right. I remember that. But I can't remember when he died.
It was that
We'd have to go back and look.
business cartel thing that we just talked to Viasa about last week,
Got it.
which is different than the people running the hammer. I don't know. Off the beaten path. Is there any, Zorian, I know Costead's Wave. Is there anything else that would be in town that would be off the beaten path?
Well, it seems to me that if they attacked with magical energies, those do tend to leave scars. If they used fire, if they used electricity, if they used acid, those would leave scars on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps it's simply a matter of searching the town to see if we can find such a place. Although I'm not certain that we have sufficient time to do that before the ceremony.
I mean, it'll only take us to get back, so.
Bo, how long is there any residual magic aura left from spells, or by now it would be gone?
This took place sometime yesterday.
Or it's probably overnight the night
So,
before.
2
if it was
days ago. It's probably all traces would be gone, apart from what Othgar's saying. So the physical traces, there's probably, it's probably still there unless they did something to hide it. But the magical traces, no, those would be long gone. Most of the attack magics are just sort of one and done, and the residuals are gone almost immediately.
Well, thank you, Duncan. We will let you know when we've resolved it.
Please do. I will ask some of the people that I know and see if anyone else here has heard anything. So, it might not be the worst thing in the world to check back with me in a couple days.
Later in the day, though.
Well, otherwise I won't answer.
doesn't seem to matter.
I would prefer later in the day.
Yes.
We have ways of making you talk. Standing at the foot of your bed. Kidding.
But I will ask, because that is not right. I don't have a problem with, two people facing each other and fighting to the death. That is
that is life, but this group swooping down on one person, that is dishonorable. And I don't like it. I have no problem if two people get into fight. That happens all the time. But if I see 2 or 3 people fighting one person, then, well, Duncan and his friend will come out from behind the bar, and we will make sure that stops.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen my friend. He gets up, walks over to the bar, leans down, and pulls out a massive spiked great club.
Woo!
Figured there was one somewhere.
That friend.
Effective.
Hello, friend.
He makes a statement.
Mm-hmm. It surely does.
Well, if there is anything else that I can do to help, let me know.
Right.
I will.
Later in the day.
I
Yes.
think going to the place that Aribell and Erelo were at is actually not an unwise choice, because she said that was off the beaten path. So we could go there just for a... How long's passed? Half an hour, 45 minutes, hour?
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So it's about 11:15.
Okay. How long does it take to get there, Aribell?
It's just a few minutes. I don't know. It's not very far outside of town, I don't think.
No. No.
Right on.
From here, it'll take about maybe 2 minutes to get to the edge of town, and then maybe another 3 or 4 minutes to get out to where her trials took place.
Got it.
I mean, I don't know if it's like a place that they do them often, or if it was, We shall see. I mean, and we'll obviously look as we go out there, because as we get to the edge of town, there might be some secluded spots too, right, for an ambush.
Right. All right. Anything else you want to do here?
No.
Not at Duncan's, no.
All right. He
No donuts though.
he bids you good luck. Locks the door behind you. You're pretty sure that he's going to try and go back to sleep. Unfortunately, the acorn will make it impossible.
Pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to sleep till tonight now, so he's good.
Habit.
B. I would just clean up the bar more, but that's just me.
So it does take just a couple minutes to get to the eastern edge of Costead's Wave. There are a few people on the road. You are definitely noticed. And the village gives way quickly to wilder grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
And within just a few minutes, you find yourself passing by an area of the grass that appears to have been flattened, but some time passed, so the grass is starting to right itself. Some new shoots are coming up, but you can see where a large area was flattened. And Aribell, this is where your trial took place.
Oh, wow.
We look around.
All right. What are you
We do.
looking around for?
Casings.
Any sign of a recent struggle?
Okay.
Ooh, I got a natural 18.
Anyone who is looking, please make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Okay.
Damn it. I wish it was perception. Investigation, dirty 20. It's about as good as I can get, actually. Almost.
Oh, wow. Oopsie.
17.
19.
Ooh.
In comes Tasha with the 30.
Yeah.
33.
Wow.
I rolled a kraken.
Nice.
Athgar got an 18.
You're good. Oh my gosh.
To the best of your analysis, it doesn't look like anybody's been out here in maybe a
Since-
couple weeks.
Okay.
Tasha,
Yeah.
don't you have a spell that can give us more information?
Legend Lord.
I do have legend lore.
Since we know a little bit, maybe
Could be.
bless you with a little bit more knowledge.
I'm not sure it works that way, but
Name or describe a person, place, or object. So, did he have like a famous sword? No.
He was a person.
Him, right? I mean,
He was a person.
Right. The spell brings to your
Oh,
mind
but-
a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Yeah, so. Oh, current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. But the more information you already have, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is.
I think it's worth doing. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's gonna.
I mean, he's an avatar of a, or not avatar, but a chosen of a god. I mean, I would
Mhm.
maybe that is enough. I mean, he'd been one for a long time.
What's his name? Dendo?
Dendo
Uh,
Blazing.
Dendratir Blazingcloak is his full name.
Dendratir.
Yes.
Blazingcloak.
I mean, we know
All
about
right.
some things about how he died. Maybe you'll get
Yeah.
their info or something that might help us find.
I cast legend lore about and ask for all legendary information about Dendratir
Dendratir.
Dendratir Blazingcloak
Is that
and his death.
Okay, yeah.
right or no?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
All right.
What do I get? What do I get?
Get to see him in a light or as a High Curate making out because nobody knows that.
the space around you fades,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly you find yourself standing near a couple buildings. It's nighttime. You see a short, stocky figure in a traveling cloak that is pulled close, the hood is up, walking down a dirt road. And it's all rather eerie because there's no sound. It's just a visual image. And as the figure is walking, the head comes up and turns and looks out away from the town into wild grasslands. Pulls the hood down, and you see a very distinguished, older dwarf. He reaches into his cloak and pulls out a long sword that he grasps with both hands, and the blade begins to glow a golden light. He leaves the road, sets off out into the grasslands. He stops probably 80, 90 feet south of the road, kneels down to look at something in the grass, stands up, turns to look back at the road, and suddenly there is an arrow embedded in his throat. And appearing all around him are black figures. Two of them leap forward. One is wielding a greatsword, one is wielding a great axe, and they swing at him. He blocks both attacks.
Ooh.
There are 4 other figures who begin waving their hands. At once, his figure becomes wrapped in vines and immobilized. He is struck by a dark green mottled black beam. A pillar of fire comes roaring out of the heavens and drops down upon him.
Jesus.
And he is struck in the chest by a lightning bolt. And then he is hit by another arrow. And at that point, one of the figures holding a mace drops the mace down, walks up, reaches out a hand, and touches the dwarf. And even held in the vines, it's clear that he immediately seizes and then falls motionless. The figure who touched him checks for a pulse, turns around, shakes its head. The vines drop, as does the body. The figures begin to pull off all of his armor, all of his clothing. A smaller figure rises up out of the grass and walks forward, and from the town, a slender figure walks forward carrying a bow. They finish stripping him. They all join hands, and then they disappear.
Wow.
And the vision ends.
Wow. Oh my god, I got all of it.
Tasha's storytelling is probably just as vivid as what she heard or saw.
And then
I'll tell them the whole story.
I wonder how he was found. Because if he was 80 to 90 feet off the road, I wonder if it was even days before that he was killed.
It's possible.
Late.
They would be able to tell from the body how long he'd been dead. And we know that Duncan saw him the night before last.
Oh, well, there you are. So it couldn't have been that long.
Right.
So he probably... It was a trap.
Sure was.
They let him see them look for him, whatever they put in the grass. Thank you, Tasha. I know that was a lot to see.
He didn't have a prayer. He was hopelessly outnumbered. And it was clear that they had come up with quite the plan.
And that's what we're dealing with.
Gwen,
Did they look elven?
hold on. You couldn't tell. They were
Okay.
dark shapes.
Okay. And it was night.
Gwen. From Tasha's description, the first arrow that struck him was a sniper shot from an expert bowman.
I tell them that.
We have seen you use that shot. It is quite effective.
They sound well prepared.
They do indeed.
How did they know?
How did they know what?
How did they know who he was? Or was this motivated by something other than his position?
I don't know.
If they didn't know he was the Hand, would they have? I mean,
For a normal person, that is beyond overkill.
right? But I mean, they would have
Even
known
for-
he was the most senior paladin in the order. But
I mean, they would have to know that he was pretty something special. I mean, the things that happened to him.
yeah,
Any one of those things would have been
Fatal.
Quite a bit. Well, not big. I mean,
So-
like real close, but
either. I mean, an informant within the sanctum, or if Tiraura has a hand, I'm sure their gods do too. And maybe they were told to do this or to take him out, even if they didn't know why or what he was. Or they, yeah, I mean.
Do I know? I mean, I know I'm not a higher up bard or anything, but have I ever heard of anyone being a hand before?
No. Well, I take that back. You have heard of... You've never heard of a hand, per se. But you've heard... there are tales about a historic master singer
Okay.
in the Dressfiend Order.
Okay.
Someone who lived... who passed away decades ago.
Okay.
But someone who songs were written about them and they're still sung. It sounds like maybe the master singer would be the equivalent of the hand for the Dressfiend Church, maybe.
Okay.
And you would imagine that each faith has a different title
Sure.
for the person who fulfills that role within their religion.
Interesting.
From what you saw, Tasha, do you think you could identify where it happened?
Jeff?
Make a history check, just a straight history check.
Okay. $22.
If it happened here, there are only a couple places that have that configuration of streets. What wasn't clear was what direction he was originally traveling and what direction you were looking, because it was night.
Right.
But
So
there are
no
maybe
sun.
3 places in Costead where roads have that configuration. You reason that you would be able to tell because you know what the buildings look like. But they're
Alright.
not buildings that you recall seeing.
All right. So I say there's only 3 places that I can think of that this could be. So let's go check all 3 and see if I can figure it out.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All
I
right.
picked the one that's closest to where we are.
And you've just come out of the tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
Oh, no,
No,
you're
no.
all the way out. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You were already all the way out east.
In the
Okay.
grasslands. Yeah.
Heading back into town
Mm-hmm.
and checking out the first location.
Mm-hmm.
None of the buildings look familiar,
All right.
so this
It's
is
not-
probably not it. Now, there's
Okay.
one on the southern edge of town and one on the western edge of town that you haven't looked at yet.
So let's do southern.
Okay.
What's our time? Cutting it close?
You've probably got about 50 minutes.
Oh, we
okay.
could probably do both of them.
Yeah.
Let's do it then.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Walking further into town, turning left, heading south. Passing by the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And then passing by the temple to Eidos,
Oh, freaking eat us.
you spot the 2 buildings.
Oh,
This is it. This is the place. So, we searched this area looking
Yes.
for any.
Knowing where the vision showed you,
Mm-hmm.
finding it is not difficult.
Okay.
And there is indeed both an area that shows significant charring. That matches what you saw in terms of the pillar of fire and the lightning bolt.
This is the spot where he died.
Stupid mute button.
Stupid mute button.
I'm gonna go over and kneel next to it and put my hand on the spot and say a quick prayer.
Okay.
I'm going to search for any scrap, anything from the arrow, anything that might have been left behind. a bit of fletching.
Please roll investigation.
I am going to check while she is doing that. I'm going to walk where Tasha said the arrow person came from.
Okay.
And kind of just like do a whoop, 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 check for anything out that way, specifically the arrow person came from. What, investigation?
Yes.
21 for investigation.
Investigation's so shitty for me.
You are able to tell where he stood, where his body fell. Apart from a couple specks of blood and the charred grass, there's nothing else.
Can I tell where his assailants stood?
Yes. All around him.
And anything there from footprints, like treads, to
It's plains
anything left
grass,
behind?
so
Yeah.
you can make out a few places where it was clear someone was standing, but apart from that.
Got it.
Zoreth, there are two buildings. One is a simple cottage. The other one is more of a small compound and actually has two towers, one of which would have made a perfect perch for someone who was planning to act as a sniper.
It's daytime. Does it appear to have persons in it?
Make an investigation check.
Not as good. What'd you say, investigation?
Yes.
15.
No visible sign of anyone being home at the moment. No movement through windows. No curtains moving.
I just make my wings go. And I fly up there.
Okay.
Fly up.
All right.
And just very carefully search around for anything.
Make an investigation check.
An investigation. God damn it. Okay, wait, before I roll, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do to anything? Please hold.
Do you have any inspiration die that you haven't used?
Oh, I do have. Wait, is it with the little sunshine or without the little sunshine? It is with the little sunshine.
With.
But is that bardic inspiration or is that the GM inspiration?
No, that's GM inspiration.
Yeah.
It's.
Then you may use that to roll this with advantage.
Advantage. Or it could be nothing. This is the last one I have. Or the only one I have.
Right? Decisions.
In my head, I reach out to Aribell and I'm like, hey, so I don't know.
How are you reaching out to her? Are you casting sending? Or message?
Yeah. Obris's. Oh wait, how close am I? No, I'm far from her, right?
No,
So I can't
you're
send
only
message.
about 70 feet.
No, hey, I'm casting message.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, so I'm up here in this perch trying to look around for anything. Give me an idea of what I'm looking for. high, low, ground stuff. Just give me some good vibes. Help me think of some things that I can look for, and I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
I'm walking towards her. Wait.
Okay.
You'd see me walking towards you.
Okay.
I have to touch you to give you guidance, so.
Oh, I don't know if you can give me guidance. I was just, because I'm all the way up in the thing.
Yeah.
So I was just saying, like, good vibes, and I'm going to use that inspiration die.
Okay.
Well, even though I can't give her guidance, I will kind of do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Send me good feelings, and then
yes,
kind of...
I would. You know, I'm invoking the same feeling to give her good vibes.
Okay.
Hey. All right. I'm going to use a metal die. Because this has got some weight to it. As does this question. That is a... Fuck, these are so hard to read. I love these green-blue ones, but they are so hard to read. That was an 18. And that was a 10. So
Okay.
18 plus what? Investigation?
Yes.
Dirty 20. That's almost as good as I can get. And now
looking down
unsunshine
on
myself.
the top of the tower, a couple things become very clear. One, nobody's cleaned up here in a while. And two, there is a footprint in the accumulated dust and grit. Beside it is a round-ish impression.
Defined round size.
About yay big. Softball size.
Okay. Oh, good. Thank you. In my schooling, I have message up.
Well, you can send it again.
No, I know, but I have message available, and message is a cantrip. Gwen.
Yes.
In your brain. Hey, I can't remember. Is it back and forth? I think it is, isn't it?
It's just send and receive.
Okay.
It's like a lower version of sending.
So this one is that you can reply to this message.
Yeah.
And then, okay. Gwen. If you raise your arrow, raise your bow, if it's like, oh well, never mind. Can you, with your tracking abilities, get an idea of what a track might mean? No. And then I stop talking. But I have thoughts in my head once she replies.
Do you mean, can I discern information from a track?
And I send message again. Yes, as much as you can. I was trying to think of if there's anyone in my schooling that I know that has those kind of spells. School-wise, I know you have tracking, but I was wondering... I know you have tracking, but I was wondering if there is someone in a school that has like a lay on hands of area and can do a memory of the ground. Which I'm just obviously now talking. I'm sorry. The question was yes. Can you do anything?
I don't think so. I mean, Gwen would know better than I would. So, can Gwen think of anything?
Well, without seeing it, at least, no. But
I
Alright.
send message again and I say, fly on up here.
Okay. I use my winged boots and I fly to where she is.
okay.
Meanwhile, while she's flying, in my brain of schools of magic and types of things,
Mm-hmm.
can I think of anyone who has a touch the ground, learn things kind of spell?
Roll Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. Okay. 17 plus. Ooh, 724.
There are some divination spells
Divination.
that
divination.
might reveal some information. One of them is the one that Tasha has already cast today.
Lore, right.
Beyond that,
Um,
nothing springs to mind.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Gwen Lauren,
Yes.
you get up to where Zori is perched,
And
and
I point out the shoe print, and then I also point out so that because, the roundy thing.
yep. Gwen, can you make a tracking roll? I don't know what you use for tracking. I don't remember.
Probably nature?
I think it's survival, actually.
Survival? Okay.
Follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide your group through frozen wastelands.
Yeah.
Identify signs that owlbears nearby, or predict the weather or avoid quicksand and other natural hazards. That's wisdom survival check, if
Okay.
that was helpful.
25?
This is clearly where someone was kneeling.
Oh.
Okay.
Left knee down, right foot down, which is a very stable position, to shoot a bow from.
But not unusual in any way.
No, you yourself have used this firing position many times.
And I wasted an inspiration on it. Pooh! Oh well.
Is there anything else I can tell from looking at it?
You might
It
have
appears to be a two-legged, medium-sized creature.
She might have a better investigation than I do. Have at your. That's the only thing I can find in this area, so.
I'll investigate the area as well and see if there are tracks leading to or from. I'm looking for anything out of place, anything that's been dislodged, or certainly anything that's been dropped or left behind.
Okay, all right, make an investigation check.
I cross my fingers. I hope she has much better than me.
17.
Apart from the impression of the foot and the knee, there doesn't seem to be anything else here.
Okay. Sorry, I tried.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to. You have keener eyes than I do sometimes, and so I just wanted to. What is the approximation of the length of the shot? Normal?
Yeah, probably about between 65 and 75 feet, so
So normal.
within standard range for a longbow.
Trying to think. But at night.
Yes.
They would have had to get up here somehow. Is there a trapdoor in the floor? Is there...
There is.
I want to know what this building is. Ooh. Shall I go downstairs and knock and see if I can figure out what kind of building is this? What time is it? Have we got time? Do we need to go back?
It's about 12:45 at this point.
Well, now we know where it was. We should probably go back. Unless you think we should... No, screw it. I'm gonna fly down and, like, knock on the door and see what this place is.
You knock on the door. There is no answer.
I fly back up. Try the trapdoor.
There is no way to open the trapdoor from this side. There is no handle.
Interesting. One-sided trapdoor. Okay. Interesting. Okay. You guys ready to go back? I walk over to everybody, I guess. I fly over to everybody.
And as you prepare to return to the sanctum, that's where we're going to stop. So we'll pick that up with you traveling back for the ceremony in the next episode. Until then, as always, thank you very much for your attention. We do appreciate it. We hope you had some fun this evening. Lots of sleuthing going on.
Intrigue.
And we hope that you will come back next time and join us and let us welcome you back once more to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.